Welcome back to New England Living. Up next, we're heading to York, Maine to meet the artist and designer behind a growing local brand. Sara O'Brien is the owner and founder of Sara Fitz, a company dedicated to celebrating all things New England. How did this company come about?
We started in the stationery space with a bit of a focus on wedding invitations. Over the last 6 years or so, we've evolved into more of a lifestyle brand. We've extended our offerings into different categories, everything from wallpaper to art prints to stationery.
How would you describe your style?
Clean, classic, a little bit whimsical, colorful, fresh, detailed, but simple.
Your designs scream New England.
Right.
How are you inspired by this area?
This area has so much to offer, from beautiful walkways through the woods and the mountains to the ocean and the rocky shorelines and the gray shingle-styled cottages and the old buoys and the fishing boats. It's really just kind of endless as far as the colors and the seasons. No other part of the country really has that same feel. There's something about the character in New England and these small towns that really just jumps out at me. And my work loves to celebrate the things that you might walk by and not notice on a daily basis. But if you see it in a frame or you see it on a card, you'll look at it a little bit differently.
You grew up in Newburyport, you went to school in Rhode Island,
Yep.
Now you live in Maine.
Right.
You clearly love this area, and
Yes.
you can see that in your work.
I've taken little bits of inspiration along the way for sure. We have a whale weather vane illustration, for example. And that's something that I've seen on so many of the beautiful cottages from Rhode Island to Nantucket to Maine to Massachusetts and Plum Island area. It's neat for me to be able to pick up little tidbits along the way.
The designs. How do you come up with this?
Yeah. Honestly, it's so much fun. Our work tends to be so happy and colorful that even on the dreary days, it's fun to sit down and really paint something that makes you smile. The inspiration around here is it's impossible to get away from.
I have to know, what's the most popular of the designs?
I would say that one of our best selling is the striped shirt. I think it's because we all have the striped shirt in our closet, right? So that was actually our first art print that we sold back in 2016. It's such a special print for us. But really the lobster, the hydrangea, we have our classics that are kind of always at the top.
And to help reach an even greater audience, Sara has partnered with some of New England's most iconic brands.
We've been fortunate enough to have some pretty amazing collaborations. We've teamed up with places like LL Bean and Sea Bags, Chappie Wrap, all different sorts of categories that are fun for us to explore.
You have over 40,000 followers on Instagram, which is no small amount. What is it like connecting with your customers on social media?
Yeah, it's honestly one of the things I enjoy most. It's funny because when I started Instagram is when we launched Sara Fitz. I had never been on Instagram before, so it's been a learning experience for us for sure. It's been really great to connect with our audience on social media, and what's really neat is when folks that we chat with on social media come in here and meet us in person. That's always really cool.
I want to learn more about the creative process from idea to paper to now seeing it in the store.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Everything starts off as, a sketch in my sketchbook. I bring a sketchbook with me most places that I go, so if something strikes me, I can get it down before I forget. So it starts as a sketch, and I often paint in my home studio. So I will kind of get relaxed with a cup of tea and start painting. Then everything gets digitized to get it into the computer. Once it's digitized, it can be put onto different mediums, from a piece of stationery to a piece of clothing.
Working with watercolor, why do you choose that medium?
So there's a vibrancy in watercolor that you just don't necessarily get in other mediums. There's a transparency, there's so many different layers to it. It's a really unique medium, and it's beautiful on paper. Everything being hand-drawn is really important to me, of course. I love to celebrate imperfection. So I love that my designs have a little bit of wonkiness here and there. You can really look at the lines closely and you can tell that they're hand-drawn, and that's special to me. I don't think that things need to be perfect. And sometimes if the paint goes outside the lines, I'll leave it there. I like to celebrate things that are a little bit different, and it gives them character.
What has it been like for you starting this in 2016 and seeing your business grow so quickly since then?
It's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of work, a lot of fun work, a lot of determination and drive, and really incredible to see it evolving in the different ways that it has over the years.
Where do you see this business going from here?
Oh my gosh. It's like every day, I'm so grateful for where we are now. It's what I've always dreamt for. I hope that it just continues on this really incredible path. I hope that it continues to bring people happiness and remind people of New England and to kind of stop and smile and soak in the little things. It's the simple things that really strike a chord with people and it brings them home.